Hello guys, Gregor Bearclaw back with another video. And as you guys can see, it says Bear Brand, so it's for me. And you guys read the description. You guys should know that this is the China Shoe Patcher, and I currently sound absolutely horrible. Because I'm sick. So, kinda looks like they want me to do this. I don't know what. I'm not in the mood to play games. Alright, shoe patcher maintenance. Turn this around for you guys to see. If you guys can actually see that. But it just, excuse me, points out the areas 1 through, looks like 35. Sorry, 1 through 25. And over here it looks like it explains all the parts and pieces, so honestly I don't pay attention to instructions like ever, so I'll pretend I'm paying attention to them, just for you guys. But, woohoo, there we go. So, while I work on unboxing this, the purpose for me getting this, it's called a shoe patcher, but in reality it's kind of just a leather sewing machine. So I got this because for the past 12 or more years, wow, that really is goopy. I kind of like it. It won't rust on me. Alright, I'm gonna go find a rag real quick. If such a rag exists. Yeah. We'll use this guy. Alright. Excess oil. Oh wow, that's thick down there. So, as you guys can clearly tell, I am in fact out in the shop. Also, this is a glorious green. Holy crap. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so for the past 12 years, I have been doing leatherworking, off and on. And one of my biggest things that bothers me a lot is actually the fact that I have to hand sew everything. Okay, and you might think, oh, it's simple, stop your whining, Gregor. Well, it is simple. That's why I've spent the past 12 years hand sewing everything together. But I am now starting to, well, I'm going to start making some money off of my leatherwork, a side job. I am not going to hand, ooh, a little mini multi-tool. I'm not going to hand sew everything together, okay? That is just appalling thinking about it. Alrighty, it's been like 5 days and I've been using the sewing machine and bunch. I have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wallets made in the past couple days. And that was mainly just me experimenting, doing thread change and stuff. The other day, this went out of time again, so, you know. But also, these guys. These are 2 black wallet backs, and I sewed them together, and then I'm going to put 2 brass snaps right there, and there's going to be a leather sock stitch cover. My mother suggested that. And then here are 4 other wallets I stitched together by hand just before the sewing machine arrived. So, I'm going to use that. These 2. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so these 3 wallets are going to be important. What I'm about to explain. So, more importantly, where is... Ah, there we go. My whole desk is a massive disaster. I was planning on having a whole different setup for my leatherworks, but, you know, things change. So, this is the smallest and thinnest wallet out of all of them. And for reference, we're on millimeters. It is 1.47 millimeters thick. And that's all 4 pieces. They're all the same. See that nice bend right there? I had to chop off almost 1/4 of an inch so it would properly sit together like this. Then we got this one. It is a mixture of the 1.47, and then of my personal favorite, just some plain veg tan, that is 2.17. And it kind of sits a little bit more springy. Excuse me, I'm still currently partially sick. My nose is trying to plug up on me. And then this is all out of 1 point... Wait, did I say 1 on this? .23. Sorry, mismeasured that one. So this one is actually a bit of a thinner gauge. It says anywhere from 2 millimeters to 1.80. Now, I actually ran out of leather, and all I had was this stuff right here. It's a very fabric-y leather, very thin and kind of hard to work with. So that is a different story. I'll explain it in just a minute. But, oh, also I forgot to show you guys this one. I real quickly sewed up a leather bag. I did all the stitching on the inside, then I turned it inside out. Sadly, the corners didn't come out like I wanted to, so that's also a story for another time. Where are you? Aha, there we go. There we go. Alright, so these are 10 by 10 leather sheets. I believe they're waxed leather. I don't know, because it's doing these stress lines all over the place, and I believe only... excuse me. So my nose is still trying to kill me. So this is, I believe it's VegTan that was dyed. I do not know. I might be able to check. But yeah. Now, to make a wallet out of this is going to be kind of difficult because my templates here are all cut out of paper and hand cut out and hand drawn. So the edges are rough and it's going to be kind of difficult to do it. Kind of. Not kind of, really difficult to try to squeeze a full wallet out of this sheet. When if I line up this back piece, this front piece right there, edge to edge, and I don't do edge to edge cutting, like leave some space, edge to edge, I can barely squeeze these four pieces out of it. So I'm gonna do the smart idea. And I'm going to take these two pieces and my ruler. Where's my ruler? My ruler. Ooh, my hat on. Oop. There goes the burning tool. Desk is very sketchy. Where is my thingamabobber? Oh wait, no, it's right here. Alright, it was right in front of my face the whole time. Alright, so Alright, it's been almost an hour now because camera was dead. So we had to charge it. It's still not fully charged. But there we go. These pieces are now glued on and I can stitch them. So yeah, it also seems like it's fairly nice and grippy. Ooh, wow. That is a significant grip. It looks like it's not 100% dried on that stuff, but all right. Are we ready? Also, apparently, you're supposed to glue it down. I've been doing leather work for like 12 years. But, you know, just recently I've actually been seriously doing leather work. access, pull my foot out, and where are my scissors? Go. Clippers. This thread's a bit fine for my actual scissors. Now, you're supposed to do like a back stitch, but I've actually found that sometimes that will actually bind up my thread. So, normally don't do this, but I'll just pull this top thread back underneath. As I said earlier, I'm trying to make this wallet as, I guess you could say, as official looking as possible. So, that. There we go. We got the two threads on the inside. This right here is a nice clean thread. We'll do the same up here with this outside thread. Might as well do it while I'm already here. And I'm just using a hand sewing needle, pushing it through one of the holes. Come on. Here we go. There we go. All right. Then we just pull it through. Come on. Just like that. Alright. Oops. Switch through. There we go. Then we just burn it. There we go. See? And then this side looks nice and clean. Also, it does have the leather glue. Also, this is probably some of the straightest stitching I have ever done, because I'm actually trying to keep it relatively straight stitch. If I bring the light down a little bit, there we go. And I will stitch over this again when we put this back piece on. See, we'll start stitching it like this. There's a gap right here, but what we do is we just pull it, and then it ends up. Oh, come on, do it, do it, do it. At the edges. Line up the edges. And then there we go. It ends up like this, and I don't stitch this bottom part in. I can actually demonstrate. See, I stitched to right there, and then I started my second stitch right there. That way, when you open up your wallet, you have this open piece right down here. It also helps it close and stay relatively flat, and you know, like that. Now, I was actually supposed to modify my pattern and take off a little bit more on this piece right here because it's a thicker gauge. And my original pattern was designed for this. I believe I said it was a 0.27. But see, way thinner gauge. Bends out fairly nicely, sits in your hand, and I did not squish this down to stay like this. It just, see, open hand, and then just a little bit of that. Also, you might be able to go like, wah! Yeah, that's cool. Alright, now we need to stitch this on. Get everything relatively where I want it. Go. And when you just turn this handle just a little bit more and raise your needle up like this, it is super easy to just turn your stitch like this. Now, there's not enough room for me to do another stitch to align it up with this edge, so I'll probably just do like a skip stitch. Kind of looks ugly, and I have no idea if that's actually the proper term. And we'll do the same as we did last time. Push this through. Get the excess thread. Pull it through so it looks nice, and I'll just put it with the needle. So it looks nice and clean right there, and I can even pull both ends of the thread to make sure it's nice and tight. Can do the same over here. Another thing I try to do is I try to go on the outside of the stitch to try to keep it as not going through the other thread and stuff, because if you go through the other thread, that can cause some complications because it will start fraying a little bit like it is currently. It'll fray a little bit, and personally, fraying is not a good idea. Well, not a good idea. It's not good for your stitch, because then that makes it weaker. I'm over here talking like I know what I'm talking about. Guess I did do some leather stitching for 12 years, but you know, details, details. Yep, fix that one. There we go. Those burn marks are right there. You guys can clearly see them. Well, actually, kind of not. But it looks nice and clean on the inside. So, hopefully... Well, not hopefully. I'm fairly sure it will look decent. And see, I'm just going to pinch this edge a little bit to try to keep it to where... Hey, see? And that lays relatively decent. And then nip off some excess glue. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but this piece right here does not align with this piece back here. So there's a little bit of a lip right there. Ultimately, I don't even really think I can shave off much of that edge right there. I think I'll just end up burnishing it. But overall, the edge alignment is really nice and clean. I need to make a card blank. Yep. And see, it's holding together fairly decent on both sides. So yeah, that glue will definitely help it stay together a little bit better. Not on the front as much as if I glued back here. And I can't do that. Because I would have to align this edge right here, make it nice and square. But then, as I was saying earlier, there's a lip right there. Then I would also have to glue this edge right here. And that would be a two-step gluing, and more wasted time. I'm going to try to keep everything as tight as possible. Line my former stitch holes with my new stitch holes. Take it nice and slow, because if I don't, I can actually bind my thread up in the bobbin and in the shuttle area. Oh, missed a stitch there. There goes my knife. Seems like it's kind of working better, going a little bit faster. Don't want to go too fast, because I have broken things before. Oh, no, come on. There we go. Then we align this edge as good as we can. And I've actually found both stitching and cutting, if you don't have a press, a press form, where you just like bring down a press and it cuts out everything perfectly, good luck getting all of your edges to align perfectly and everything. Because I don't have the massive table or the razor sharp blades it would require to do like really precise cuts and stuff. For the most part, this is just kind of jerry-rigged stuff where it kind of sort of works, but also at the same time it doesn't work. But yeah. Alright, I don't think I'm going to do a back stitch. Just going to continue doing what I usually do. That's use the slack. Cut that stuff off. Put this back in alignment. Make sure everything's still good. Alright. And that's how the back looks. This is the bottom and the side. And I'm just gonna... Oh, definitely missed a stitch there. Where's my wheel? I wonder if I can pull that stitch back. Which one is it? Alright, there we go. There we go. Look at that. I missed a stitch, but I pulled the slack back here, so now it's a nice and tight thread. And we're going to do the part I actually kind of don't like. I didn't align those edges perfectly. See, right here, you can see a little bit of a lip right there. I can just real quickly shave that off and then burnish it later, and then, yeah, it'll look better-ish. Alright. Stitch looks pretty clean to me. though I am not a professional. Ooh. Oh. Very splattery. Alright, there we go. Cleaned it up a little bit. You can hardly tell. But so far, look at how good that looks. I'd say it's well worth the $10 because I can go to Etsy and I can actually look up the price for colored wallets, especially for the square face. The round face looks better. See, this is what I'm talking about, the corners, when I say round face or square face. So yeah. Definitely make up a jig for better edge alignment and stuff. But if I just had a mold, that would be way better. Okay, the corners are not going to be the greatest. Okay, down a little bit. Go. I'm actually going to start a stitch clean through up a little bit. Move the corners in. Sorry, not corners, edges. Over a little bit. Not the best, definitely going to have to shave off some, but Nope. Perfect. Oh. It's that stitch. Missing stitches. Ooh. I think we may have just popped the thread. Or not. Oh no! How did that happen? This is why you need to pay attention when you're stitching. I stitched it almost 1/4 of an inch off. That's bad. Okay. These holes are not going to line up anymore. If I had some clamps, that would definitely help. Actually, I have a bad idea. Take this glue. I'm going to... Where exactly should I stop? thing open? Yep, there we go. Alright. Okay, there we go. Close it up. Wipe off any excess. Take this corner, we're going to line it up nicely. Alright, we are back. It's been like 8-10 minutes, but I glued that lip right there as straight as I could hold it with my bare hands. So now, we're going to retry stitching. Actually, I need to make it as flat as possible. Rotate. There. Right about there. That looks good. I was off by 1/8 of an inch. I just need that whole piece. The thread can get caught. Bugger. Thread can get caught on itself and break and cause issues. So try to keep thread out of its own way. Okay. Go push over. Right. Oops. Wow. This is not going well for me, is it? There we go. Alright. Well, I hope that's halfway decent. So far, we're looking pretty good. Come on. Through there. We go. Oh, wow, that's not good. Push that arm up. There we go. Oh, we got plenty of clearance. Oh. Just forget about that thread, that stitch I just... Both of those I just dropped. Nope. Forward, nope, backwards, nope. There we go. Whoop. Being a little bit stiff today now, wasn't it? Alright. Through. A little bit more slack. Yep. Okay. Shave this down a little bit. Alright. Go. Go. Looks a little bit scuffed on the back, but honestly, I don't even care. Probably should have done a back stitch right here. Matter of fact, I can fix that. I think my other leather just arrived. My veg tan. Alright, let's do this. Actually, it'd be probably better if I... This side. Little. It's almost like one of those things you have on your thumb or your pinky to keep this needle from going through. I think it's called thumble. Oh, come on, go through. Why are you not going through? That didn't work out. Pliers somewhere. Poked through a little bit ahead of where I wanted it to go. Tight. We can go. Ooh. Would help if I just, straight did a back stitch. But then next, while I do, I will do a back stitch. That way I won't have this issue. The other leather I was using was more worked, so it didn't try to spring up like this stuff right here. It's difficult threading. Go. Pull through. There we go. Nice and tight. Shave off any excess. Where did I put lighter? Oh, there we go. There we go. A little bit more burn marking than I would like. But ultimate. Wow, this one came out really nice. Look, there's no waviness at all when I hold it. Is this a good example of a one? Nope, that one's not the right one. This one should be it, right? Yeah, see how it's kind of wavy? That's because this is original size to how my template used to be. What do you want? Lunch? I'm in the middle of a video. There's this one. I can hold it like this, and there's zero wave in there. It's just not been worked, and I haven't used it at all, so it's a little bit springy. I can actually put some water both on the inside and the outside of these little bends, and then just simply put it down on my table, put like my scissors on top, and then it'll dry like that.